Hey, I'm Felissa Rose, and you're watching Keto and Crime.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Keto and Crime. I've got yet another Duggar update for you. As we all know, Josh Duggar was taken into custody on April 29th for one count of downloading CP and one count of possession of CP. And as a result, this is an ongoing investigation that has been going on since 2019, revolving around wholesale auto. The Duggars used car lot where Josh has been working since he stepped down from the Family Research Council in 2015. And there was a lot of investigations going on there, but then this popped up. Now, evidently, according to sources that investigated it, there were up to 200 images on the computer. Many of the investigators said it was some of the worst stuff they'd ever seen. It involved children 18 months up to 12 years of age. And that's all I'm going to say. As far as what happened yesterday in the bond hearing, he did appear before a federal judge via Zoom and was granted bond. I've not been able to find the exact amount, but it appears that that was granted, and he is set to be released from the Arkansas jail where he's being held today, May 6th, 2021, into a third-party custody arrangement. So the judge had already said that he would not be allowed around any minor children. So he could not live in a home where there were minor children or where minor children would be coming to visit unsupervised. So he couldn't live with his parents. He couldn't live with any of his siblings because, let's face it, they're quiverful. Lots of kids everywhere. He can only see his own children under visitation restrictions where his wife Anna is there, and it has to be at a very safe location. So he's restricted from seeing his own family. So the judge had recommended third-party custody that had to be arranged before he could be released. And according to sources, 𝗓𝗵𝗂 reached out to these two people here, 𝗟𝗏𝗃 and his wife Maria, who are clergy people, evidently not quiverful, because after I investigated it, they are only have 2 children, and both those children are grown. So they are definitely not of the quiverful movement, but they are lifelong friends of Jim Bob Duggar. They are pretty prominent conservatives in the Arkansas area, and they have a pretty large, nice house where they are fixing a room specifically for Josh that's kind of cornered on from the rest of the house. According to the federal order, they have to remove all firearms from their house. They have to lock down their internet because Josh is not allowed to use the internet. He is not allowed to leave the house except to go to work, church, or to medical appointments, and he will be wearing electronic GPS tracking for the length of his stay with them until his trial starts in July. That's the proposed start date of his trial. So he will be staying with these 2 people, and they have experience doing this for other people in the prison system, being kind of a halfway home. So I think these are probably pretty good people. They are doing Christian, what I would consider true Christian charity work. Like I said, I'm not going to dig into their backgrounds because they're already going to get enough crap from having him in their house. But that's the deal. As far as what happened, as I said, the investigation's been going on since 2019. According to sources, Duggar, who is in his resignation from the Family Research Council and in some of his public statements, had said he had not only cheated on his wife because there were, the Ashley Madison stuff that came out after his accusations of having inappropriately touched five young girls back in 2002, 2003, which turned out to be 4 of his sisters and an unknown babysitter, all under the age of 13. When that story finally broke in 2015, he did step down from his job at the Family Research Council, a conservative, anti-abortion, anti-gay group. And he was, of course, cast out of the conservative realm of politics. He was pretty much high up in that, would have probably ran for office eventually. And so he was cast out of that. And then later on, the Ashley Madison leak, where it was shown that he had had two accounts for over 2 years that were closed down when everything broke, of course. And then there was the allegations of the porn star, even though those were never proven. Like I said, it was substantially proven that he was not in Philadelphia at the time that she said those things happened. So I have to say that probably didn't happen. But he did confess that he had been cheating on Anna. So we know, and that he had a addiction to online pornography, or just pornography in general. Well, from sources, he had a electronic monitoring system called Covenant Eyes on his computer that would let his partner know, his covenant partner know, if he was looking at inappropriate materials. And I did look them up, and I have a little excerpt here. And this was supposedly the software that Josh Duggar had installed on his work and probably home computer as well, though we're dealing exclusively with his work computer, which was at the wholesale automobile used car lot that he worked at that was owned by his family. This is where the images, which from what I understand range anywhere from 50 to 200, I've seen different accounts, and according to many of the detectives that worked on the case and federal marshals, they began investigating him back in 2019 for this. I think they were also investigating the car lot for some financial shenanigans as well, and then this happened. But in any case, this has been an ongoing investigation. Supposedly Duggar knew about it, but which is probably why he was found to have been using a private network, or a VPN, to keep the images from triggering off Covenant Eyes, which is a app that sends a notice to an accountability partner, in this case his wife Anna, that would let her know when he's looking at pornographic material. So, but he was using a VPN so that it did not work, and so she was not getting these notifications. So that alone tells me it was definitely 100% planned, and he was 100% cognizant of what he was doing. I think, based on how he looks, I either think he's so arrogant that he doesn't think that anything is going to happen to him, or he just doesn't care anymore. You know, you get that look in your eyes where you just don't care. And I would imagine, having fallen from grace like he has, you know, literally, with the fact that he's no longer high up in the conservative political gambit, and lost that high-paying six-figure job, and now is working at a family used car lot, trying to support what will be 7 kids and a wife. He probably is in his own personal hell. So, not excusing anything that he did. So I just don't think he gives a rip anymore. It could be that prison might be a vacation for him. You know, who knows what goes on in people's heads, but he definitely needs help. He definitely is twisted and needs some help. So, anyway, this is what they were using. I think this is a very valuable resource for people that want help with any addiction. I'm not making fun of people with addictions. I'm just covering this case as it's presented to me. So, that is kind of what happened. So he is now being released. He's kind of under house arrest, except to go to school and go to work. Remains to be seen what will happen to him. I will keep you fully abreast on any developments, as well as I will cover the trial in July. Since the 𝗟𝗏 and Daybell trial has been pushed out, I will definitely follow up on this one in July and keep you posted. I don't think I'll be doing another video on the Duggars, but I wanted to update you on what I knew as far as the story concluding. I'll be back this weekend with another all-new true crime. I'm going to be delving into the original 𝗙𝗏𝗀 movement, the 𝗙𝗏𝗀 and the 𝗍𝗏 movement, I call it, because we're going to be diving into the world of polygamy as far as it relates to the LDS Church, and we're going to be looking at that phenomenon. So I think you're going to enjoy it, and I will be back really soon. And until then, keep on crying.